Hey Gemini, Happy New Year. So Gemini, Happy New Year and blessings on blessings on blessings to you guys. All right, let's see what deck for Gemini. Gemini, spirits, this reading is for Gemini. This reading is for Gemini. What do we have for Gemini? Okay. Sorry about that, guys. There. Yeah, I guess. What do we have for Gemini? Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. What do we have for Gemini, spirits? What do we have for Gemini? What do we have for Gemini, spirits? What do we have for Gemini? What do we have for Gemini? Thank you, spirits. What do we have for Gemini? What do we have for Gemini, spirits? Ace of Cups in the reverse. My cat is silly today. She's silly today. What do we have for Gemini, spirits? Thank you, spirits. What do we have for Gemini? What do we have for Gemini? Gemini, Gemini. Okay. What do we have with Gemini? Ooh, closing out a cycle. So you closed out a cycle. You completed something here and blocked communication with some type of passionate situation, because you was probably being taken as a fool. What else do we have for Gemini, spirits? What else do we have for Gemini? Okay, that's too many. What else do we have for Gemini, spirits? Something was moving too fast. Something is moving too fast. Or you're moving fast towards a new opportunity that is worth it, Gemini. What else do we have for Gemini, spirits? What else do we have for Gemini? What else do we have for Gemini? That's too many. Keeping things secret, huh, Gemini? Not wanting any problems. The Death card. Yeah. You closed out a cycle, all right? Something that was more like a trick, fooling you. Something about got tired of being fooled or being a fool. What else do we have for Gemini, spirits? What else do we have for Gemini? Okay. Something here about being the wounded warrior. You've had enough, Gemini. You've had enough. Time to, oh, okay, so this is you basically taking charge, moving forward towards new changes. Changes on the way you speak, changes on the way you handle dramatic, crazy matters. Maybe there were problems before and you kind of like said, nah, this is not it anymore. There's a lot of completion here. Completion when it comes to matters of the heart, emotions. Completion when it comes to what you put actions towards. What else do we have for Gemini, spirits? What else do we have for Gemini? It's like, okay. It's like maybe you were creating something and you canceled. Maybe you were passionate about someone and you cut out communication with this person because they were too argumentative or too dramatic. They had too many it was too much negativity going on with this person maybe. And at the same time, whenever you guys would have conversations, they were trying to take you as a fool, is what I see here. So you kind of like, it was too much drama because you know, but this person probably thought you didn't know. And Gemini, you hit them with like the block. This is how you're going to know that I know. This person might have been moving too fast. If it's a person, they might have been moving too fast in terms of relationship, growth, wanting to live together type of thing. But they're not peaceful. If it's not a person, it's a situation. It could be a job. You let go of a job that had too much drama. Maybe there was some type of sexual harassment here as well. And you blocked. You blocked facts. You decided not to go forward and sue. You decided to just quit fast and get out of the situation fast enough to not have to have any type of dramatic actions having to be taken. But yes, you are a wounded warrior here behind this fast movement. I see here a decision having to be made in this near future coming in for you, Gemini. Something that has to do with not being emotionally attached to the situation. So this could be a job, like I said. You have the Eight of Pentacles here. It's a job that may be offering you it's like a pay rate growth. Like your pay goes up after a certain amount of time. So let's say every 3 months or every 6 months, your pay goes up in this type of job. It's more of a pay raise than it is of position. It's like, it's worth it. It's more like a logical thing. Like, okay, instead of leveling up to being a manager or supervisor, you're leveling up on your pay. But you're in the same position, let's say. There is a very drastic transformation, but it's not drastic in a bad way. It's drastic in a good way. What else do we have for Gemini, spirits? What else do we have for Gemini? What else do we have for Gemini? What else do we have for Gemini? It's like in this near future, Gemini, you are not, if it's not you, it's someone else, but I feel like it's more you on wearing a mask. The mask to hide your emotions towards anything that has to do with partnership, because you don't want to fall. You don't want to fall for love. You don't want to fall for none of that. But you are a honest person, is what I'm picking up. And I see here that, yeah, you're closed off to anything that has to do with love. You're closed off. You've came across a aha moment, like, aha, no wonder this and that and the third don't happen for me. So you decided to, or you're deciding to stay away from third party situations that are attached to your heart and your money. Not being generous. If it ain't for yourself, you're not being generous. That's what I'm trying to say here. You are not passionate about anything that has to do with love and third parties. You are more passionate about gaining back what you have lost behind love or some type of relationship that you are closing a cycle with. It could be a job, it could be a relationship. Like I say, this could be applied to a relationship or a job. Ten of Pentacles. It's like gaining back stability or maintaining your stability because you know better. Excuse me. You're taking the time at this present moment. You're taking the time to get out of this fast so you can heal, so you can meditate and find yourself again. And since you're taking advantage of this opportunity, some things are going to come in greatness pretty fast. But I do see that you're going to have to make a decision on a logical basis when it comes to working something out behind you being a wounded warrior. Something about you will let go, but you won't forget. That's the type of energy I'm picking up right here. It's like, okay, that's what you're about. All right, blocked. Next in terms of not the next person, but next on my list of goals. That type of energy. Huh. Okay. You're letting go of burdens, handing them over to who they belong to. And it's like you don't want to know nothing else. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say, Gemini. And then you're coming into self-replenishment, wish fulfillment within your health. Something about your health. You're more concerned about your health. You're more moving fast towards an opportunity that has to do with some type of transformation, ending something that you don't want to know about anymore. Yep. It's like you might have lost some type of money, stability behind this connection or behind the situation that was so burdensome. But now it's about to be the gain back. But you might not gain everything back, but the most important parts of the loss, yeah, you might gain those things back pretty fast. Let's clarify. Spirits, why is the Ace of Wands in the reverse here for Geminis? Why is the Ace of Wands in the reverse for Gemini, spirits? Why is the Ace of Wands in the reverse for Gemini? The Five of Swords in the reverse is next to the Ace of Wands in the reverse. And then the Five of Swords in the reverse comes out again. You're not passionate about someone or something that's too dramatic, too competitive. It's like you're not passionate about competition. You're not passionate about having someone's attention. Yeah. Why is the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse here, spirits, for Gemini? Why is the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse for Gemini? Why is the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse for Gemini? Why is the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse for Gemini, spirits? Thank you, spirits. Why is the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse for Gemini? Because it was too burdensome. It's like you're trying to get out of this burden fast enough. Give me more on the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse for Gemini. Okay. It had you bored. Bored of the toxicities. Bored of ulterior motives. Whether they came through offers. It's like out of balance type of energy with this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. You want to get out of this out of balance. You want to get out of these offers that don't mean well for you, that don't serve you, don't serve your purpose. Something that doesn't align with your spirituality. It's too toxic, basically. Why is this King of Cups in the reverse for Gemini, spirits? Why is this King of Cups in the reverse for Gemini? It's like the offer is too small and causes problems with this connection. And you end up being the one putting in your all, and this person just puts in a teeny weeny bit. And it causes drama, arguments about the situation. Spirits, why do we have the Two of Swords here for Gemini? Why do we have the Two of Swords here for Gemini? Why do we have the Two of Swords here for Gemini? Give me more for the Two of Swords. I feel like this person, yep. It's a person who's undecisive. Someone who doesn't know what they want. It's not your energy with the Two of Swords. So it's this other person who is always undecisive about money. Undecisive about making moves, planning. This person is undecisive about plans, or if not, they cause confusions and crossroads because they might say they're going to do something and they don't do it. They just say it, you know. So you don't want this anymore. That's what is coming to. Why is the Three of Pentacles in the reverse for Gemini spirits? Why is the Three of Pentacles in the reverse for Gemini? Why is the Three of Pentacles in the reverse for Gemini? This person is too iffy when it comes to money, partnership. They are too iffy. Yeah, this connection is toxic and you know it. You might be living with this person, you might not, or they might be living with you. But Gemini, there's love, there's one-sided love, there's one-sided everything. Take it how it resonates. Remember that this is a general reading, Gemini. The Three of Pentacles came out in the reverse again. This is a story. The storyline, that's where you came and closed out this cycle. Put it to an end. Completion. Dead. I'm done. Because there's some type of codependency here from their behalf on you. They're very codependent on you and family members, which is very toxic. Is you're doing damage to somebody you do damage not only to yourself, but to the people who are codependent on you. You do damage because you're not giving them some type of form of responsibility to do for themselves, to gain some type of stability on their own. And then once they gain some type of stability, if they do need some type of help down the line, once in a blue, then you're there for them, but they don't get it. And as well, this is where you're closing out this cycle. Someone who's codependent. You're not foolish anymore with this shit. You don't want to deal with it no more. You're fastly moving away, grasping these opportunities that are coming your way, ending anything that has to do with the emotional side of it, because you're wounded and you've been through enough. But it's time to get to work. This person is too undecisive, so I'm out of here. Let me put on this mask because I am too soft-hearted and I don't want anybody to see if I care or if I don't. You know, mostly if you care. And let me just go right ahead and cut any ties and partnership that have to do with money, with me giving money, with me sharing money, with me lending out money, because it's not working out. So let me go right ahead and passionately move forward towards what matters most, and it's none of this. The Lovers in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like you lost, and it was also something about your health, where this person may have you too nervous, too fidgety, too, you know, like wondering all the time, and you're tired of that energy. So you want to be stable. You want to get grounded with the Seven of Wands here, and you want to stand up for your rights. Cut out any type of manipulative energy towards you. But this person is not going to give you an easy way of walking away. Maybe if it's a job, this boss is not going to want to give up. And maybe you're not telling this boss what's going on in the job. about sexual harassment. Yep. You are thinking, I don't want to make somebody else lose their job, so let me just get out of this and go for another job. It's too much drama and too much competition, and there's too many consequences with this and that and the third. If I make somebody lose their job, I could probably lose my life. This person can probably come back and stab me in the back outside after work just because I got them fired. You know, that type of energy is what I'm picking up right here. You want to be to yourself. You want to wear a mask and not be recognized or known or anything like that. You just want to stay to yourself. Yeah. That's what I'm picking up right here. You want no partnership. You want no dealings with anyone. Why is the Lovers in the reverse here for Gemini? And that's you. You know, the Lovers is actually the Gemini card, but it's in the reverse. And it's like you're not for the bullshit. You're not for none of this past shit. Now, give me more for the Lovers in the reverse for Gemini. Give me more for the Lovers card for Gemini in the reverse. Oh, jeez. Tell you, out of balance. You got the Temperance in the reverse at the bottom of the deck, and then you have the Seven of Swords that came out flying with the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Tower in reverse, and the Seven of Swords in the upright. This person is too flighty. This person, when you cut away anything that you're used to giving this person, they come out and threaten you. They threaten you. And at the same time, it's like, excuse me, you give them the benefit of the doubt, but they sneakily do it again. After you give them the benefit of the doubt, they come again and do it again and take from you. And this person is never going to change. So this is the reason why you are ending all of this madness, because there's never going to be any change within these people or this person themselves. So you want to get out of the third party situation. You want to get out of the partnership. You want to get out of the job. Whatever applies, whatever it is, because it could be 2 to 3 stories here. So wherever this situation applies for you, Gemini, is where you're ending and transforming behind the situation. And it's like you don't even want to know about it anymore. You're closed off spiritually to even knowing about it. You're more in tune with yourself and meditating or thinking and making deep wishes and making dreams come true for yourself. That's what I see here. Spirits, what advice do you have for Gemini with the Isis Oracle deck? What advice do you have for Gemini, spirits? What advice do you have for Gemini? What advice do you have for Gemini, spirits, with the Isis Oracle deck? What advice? One card, please, spirits. The bottom of the deck, and it is in the reverse, is truths unveiled. The revelation of Isis, but it's in the reverse. Just like that Seven of Swords. It's like you're never going to see what really is, or what really will be, or what is it. You know, you're not going to see. There's no change within that situation or that person. So you got tired of it and you get out. What advice? One card, spirits. What advice do you have for Gemini? What advice do you have for Gemini? One card, please, and thank you, spirits. Okay. You have a couple of them here, but this is it's like it's pointless. The advice is talismans of potency. Whatever is sacred to you, Gemini, is what you're more concerned about. I feel like you might have an altar. The Gemini I'm talking to might have an altar, or you might be in tune spiritually. You might have something, some type of object that represents something of your beliefs, and it works when you pay attention to it. So this is where you're at now. The advice from spirits is that you need to apply yourself to your purpose for yourself, for your future, for your surroundings, you know, like apply yourself. And all the other cards that came out, Chariot of Ascension is in the reverse. Spiritual work of the higher initiate. You still have some time to go. It's like not a long way to go, but you still have. And then you have magic and ritual in the reverse. Crafting, sacred practice. All of these cards that came out are more like what is sacred to you, Gemini. Whatever is sacred to you is where you have to apply yourself. Okay? There are steps and levels to this situation because it's more of a spiritual thing. And I told you this from the beginning. You're losing interest on a lot of things, and it's because you're not in tune with your spirituality, you know, with what your belief system is and what works for you mostly, whether you like candles, wear crystals, anything that you do in the spiritual realm, even rituals. You can't play with these things. You cannot put any type of work into these things until you start off dusting off what doesn't work for you anymore, dusting off the negativity, and then everything else will fall into place. It's like you're recharging. Something about your health, again. Gemini, you might need to work with water. When I say water, you can do a cup of water, a chalice, more like a chalice, because it's kind of like big enough, bulky enough, and it's strong. Anything that has to do with strength, right? And you put water, let's say, behind the door to enter your home with some camphor, C-A-N-P-H-O-R, camphor. Some people be like, oh, I don't like the smell of camphor. Oh, I don't like the smell of mothballs. And I don't like, well, that's on you. If you don't like the smell of it, you're never going to go where you need to go. But that's basically to keep maybe entities or evil, maybe things that people wish upon you, where you're turning your back at, closing cycles at, giving burdens to them. They might not like it, and they might wish you downfalls and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, you get the cup of water. If not, you can deal with water in terms of baths, spiritual baths. Because you are in your Nine of Cups, but with this deck, the Nine of Cups is more like for you. You're not going to be giving to them anymore. You're going to be giving to yourself. So whatever's more sacred for you when it comes to health, mental health, it doesn't really have to be physical. It could be mental, where you're not feeling passionate anymore. People, or you have been damaged here to where it doesn't help when it comes to your mojo, let's say, you know, like having sex. You're not turned on. So it's best to stay away from dating. Don't give numbers out. Don't collect numbers. None of that stuff. And just be in tune with yourself. Do some spiritual baths, spiritual healing, the most sacred part of your life, the most sacred part of your domain, the most sacred part, whatever is sacred to you in every department of your life. That's where you need to work on right now. It's like save yourself type of energy, you know, recovering what you have lost. Mental anxieties behind sexual harassment at a job, or mental anxieties behind this person manipulating and playing games with your head, putting you in competition, whichever way it applies, you need some healing time. Meditation for yourself. Working out helps. So this is what I have for you, Gemini, and I wish you the best of luck with the situation. Happy New Year, and until the next reading, peace out.